Chapter 9 Nervous System and Sense Organ. The most important part of the nervous system consists of neurons, nerve cells, and supporting cells, glia or neuroglia. The nervous system of fish is composed of millions of neurons, most of which are located in the brain. The characteristics of neurons vary depending on their function and position. These include 1. Neurons, nerve cells. Each neuron is composed of two main parts. 1.1 The cell body, perikaryon or soma. Its shape differs according to the type of neuron. Inside, it contains the nucleus and cytoplasm, also called neuroplasm, which houses various organelles. 1.1.1 Nissel body. This organelle is found in the cell body of neurons. Its function is related to protein synthesis, producing proteins that are used to create enzymes involved in nerve impulse transmission. 1.1.2 Mitochondria. This organelle is present in the cell body, dendrites, and axons, and is especially abundant at the nerve terminals. Its function is to produce energy for the cell. 1.1.3 Golgi body. This organelle appears as thin, parallel layers arranged in stacks. It functions to store proteins synthesized by the Nissel bodies and to modify some of these proteins into lysosomes. 1.2 Nerve fibers. Nerve fibers are extensions of the cell body. They appear as small branches, and the number and length of these branches vary according to their function. Nerve fibers are classified into two types. 1.2.1 Dendrites. These are short branching extensions of the neuron that receive nerve impulses from sensory receptors. 1.2.2 Axons. These are cytoplasmic extensions that project from the cell body. The terminal part of an axon branches into structures called telodendria. Axons can be divided into two groups. Myelinated nerve fibers. The myelin sheath is produced by Schwann cells. Myelinated fibers conduct nerve impulses much faster than unmyelinated fibers. Unmyelinated fibers, monopolar neurons. These are nerve fibers that are covered by a Schwann cell only once, without multiple layers of wrapping. Such fibers are called unmyelinated nerve fibers and conduct nerve impulses more slowly than myelinated fibers. Glial cells function to support neurons in invertebrates and act as fine nerve filaments in the nervous system of vertebrates. In vertebrates, glial cells are classified into three types. 1. Astrocytes. 2. Oligodendrocytes. 3. Microglia. The brain is the center of the nervous system, responsible for thought, memory, and intelligence, and also functions as the central hub for the entire nervous system. 1. Forebrain, telencephalon or cerebral hemisphere, responsible for detecting olfactory sensations through the nasal pits. 2. Diencephalon, interbrain, responsible for perceiving light. The pineal organ has a small stalk, called the pineal stalk, which rests upon the forebrain. 3. Infundibulum and inferior lobes, located just below the optic chiasma. The infundibulum lies between the left and right inferior lobes. 4. The third cranial nerve, oculomotor nerve, emerges from the brain near the pituitary gland and infundibulum. 5. Medulla oblongata, a broad portion located at the posterior end of the brain. Olfactory nerve, cranial nerve eye, emerges from the forebrain and carries sensory information from the nose related to smell. 2. Optic nerve, cranial nerve 2, emerges from the diencephalon, interbrain, and transmits visual information from the eyes to the brain. 3. Oculomotor nerve, cranial nerve 3, emerges from the ventral part of the brain and controls eye movements. 4. Trochlear nerve, cranial nerve IV, emerges from the dorsal part of the brain and innervates the eye muscles. 5. Trigeminal nerve, cranial nerve V, emerges from the lateral side of the medulla and branches to the nose, upper jaw, and lower jaw. 6. Abducens nerve, cranial nerve V, emerges from the ventral side of the medulla and controls certain eye muscles. 7. Facial nerve, cranial nerve 7, innervates the upper part of the head, the area around the eyes, the upper and lower jaws, and the upper palate. 8. Acoustic or auditory nerve, cranial nerve 8, a short, large nerve located near cranial nerves V and 7, leading to the inner ear. 9. Glossopharyngeal nerve, cranial nerve X, function not specified. 10. Vagus or pneumogastric nerve, cranial nerve X, function not specified. 11. Terminal nerve, cranial nerve 0. This nerve was discovered later, after the other cranial nerves, and is therefore designated as cranial nerve 0.